From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Friday, March 3rd, 2017. Silver is trading at $17.76 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,233 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 1.6 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $1,250. Antiwar.com reports back in August, Turkey's invasion of northern Syria focused a lot on seizing the Islamic State territory along the border. At this point, all the easily claimable the Islamic State cities are gone, and Turkey's forces are increasingly bumping up against the forces of the Syrian government. In Al-Bab, Turkish forces took the city, but Syrian troops took the immediate south, effectively cutting off any deeper Turkish advances. Clashes between Turkey-backed rebels erupted, but eventually both started moving eastward toward the important Kurdish-held city of Manbij. On Thursday, Syria appears to have cut a deal with the Kurdish YPG and the Manbij Military Council to cut Turkey off at the pass, with Russia brokering an agreement in which some of the villages around Manbij will be handed over to the Syrian government's control. The deal aims to allow the Syrian military to ring the Kurdish-held city, which would prevent Turkey from directly invading Manbij, something they've long threatened to do. It remains to be seen how Turkey will respond to this deal, as they are party to a ceasefire with the Syrian government and other factions, but would have a much longer trek to find new Kurdish or the Islamic State targets to attack. When you hear the word lobbyist, you probably think about greedy corporations, but not all lobbyists are the same. Some are fighting for the freedoms you hold dear. You can help by going to libertylobby.info, where your contribution will give us the tools we need to ensure that your voice is heard. UPI reports plans by Republican lawmakers to repeal and replace former President Barack Obama's Affordable Care Act took on mythical-like status on Thursday as questions over its secrecy led to a literal treasure hunt on Capitol Hill. It became known to lawmakers in Congress on Thursday that a big portion of the replacement health care legislation Republicans have been working on, titled H-157, was being held for House review in a secret room somewhere on the Capitol grounds. The bill's confidential location immediately sparked intense interest from Democratic and Republican lawmakers who have not been privy to the plan, so much so that a few even mounted a methodical search to see if they could uncover a few details. Although they have so far revealed nothing about the plan, Republican leaders and President Donald Trump have promised for weeks that a replacement for the ACA would offer better coverage, cost less money, and stabilize the American insurance market. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports federal law enforcement officials conducting a criminal investigation of heavy machinery manufacturer Caterpillar Incorporated searched 3 of its facilities on Thursday, prompting a sharp sell-off in the company's stock. A spokeswoman for the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Central District of Illinois, Sharon Paul, confirmed the federal law enforcement officials conducting searches at locations in Peoria, East Peoria, and Morton, Illinois, but did not say why agents raided the 3 facilities. Caterpillar, in a statement issued Thursday afternoon, said it believed the search was part of an IRS investigation related to profits earned by a Swiss part subsidiary, Caterpillar SARL. It said, while the warrant is broadly drafted, we believe the execution of this warrant is regarding, among other things, export filings that relate to the Caterpillar SARL matter first disclosed in Caterpillar's Form 10-K filed in February of 2015 and updated in Caterpillar's most recent Form 10-K filed with the FEC on February 15th of 2017. Agencies involved in the search include the Criminal Investigation Division of the IRS, the U.S. Department of Commerce's Bureau of Industry and Security's Office of Export Enforcement, and the FDIC's Office of Inspector General. Officials at those agencies could not be reached for comment. Caterpillar is fighting an IRS demand that the company pay $2 billion in taxes and penalties for profits assigned to its Swiss parts distribution subsidiary. That subsidiary was also part of a 2014 Senate committee report that concluded Caterpillar shifted billions of dollars in profits abroad and had $2.4 billion in taxes deferred or avoided from 2012. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.